This ain't no song about love or loss or redemption. It's a warning label for life in the flathead backcountry, where the whiskey's cold, the fish are smaller than your lies, and good ideas tend to come in aluminum cans. See, me and the boys, Earl Camper and yours truly, Huck Fuddrucker, decided to spend a quiet weekend up at Upper Fishtrap Lake, reflect on life, roast some pizza rolls, maybe shoot the breeze. But turns out, we shot everything except the breeze.
Started out simple, sun on the rise, cooler full of cans, hoping our eyes. Earl had the Chevy, rusted and loud. Camper brought shrooms, a questionable crowd. We parked by the shore, cracked open some cold, started talking trucks like preachers on gold. Earl swore his Chevy could pull down the moon. Camper just nodded, he was already gone too soon.
Now I'm a fair man, and I respect a good truck debate. But after Earl started lecturing the trees about American torque values, I figured it was time to change the subject. So I pulled out some pizza rolls I'd smoked early that week. Real gourmet camp cuisine. What I didn't know was that Camper had been foraging behind the outhouse and thought it'd be funny to top them off with locally sourced mushrooms. He said they were chanterelles. They were not.
Firelight flickered, stars took a buoy out. It started feeling real sideways somehow. Earl swore the lake was breathing deep. Camper tried to baptize my feet. I saw the moon wink, felt the trees hum, heard Hank Jr. playing on a nearby drum. Then the force split open like an old TV. Static deer and conspiracy. We were higher than a kite on a windmill night. Fish trap stars dancing out of sight. Game warden call, said y'all alive. I said barely, sir, but the forest vibes. Earl's gone missing. Camper's preaching math, and I'm fighting algorithms on a digital path. And about that algorithm, I ain't saying it's real, but I also ain't saying it ain't. See, around midnight, I got to think about social media, about how it listens, I always listen. And right then my phone buzzed out in the middle of nowhere, no bars, no service, and Siri asked me if I'm still watching Bambi. I swear to you, a whitetail stepped out of the woods, gave me the side eye like she was late to rehearsal. And I knew right then I was about to lose a slap boxing match to a deer with union benefits. Earl ran screaming through the reeds and brush, yelling Chevy rules and tripped in a sludge. Camper found peace in a hollowed stump, said he merged with time and took off his rump. I'm swinging at deer, yelling Skynet's here. Pizza rolls flying, beer to beer. The game warden showed up, flashlight and scowl, said what in God's name's going on now. We were higher than a kite on a windy night. Fish trap, moon burning way too bright. Campers chanting DMT songs. Earl's confessing to the woods were calm. Game warden said, boys, get a grip, but my hand was shaking from a cosmic trip. You have one of them nights where you don't know if you're dreaming or if God just left the room early. That was Fish Trap. There was a fire trial later, but not the legal kind. We just sat around arguing whether Ford invented America or America invented Ford. Camper claimed Henry Ford was a droid. Earl disagreed loudly with a shovel. Sun came creeping through the pine, smelled like sin and old moonshine. Earl was cuddling Henry the skunk. Camper half out the stump, junk in the trunk. I woke with a hoof print across my cheek. Deer won the fight, I admit defeat. Looked around that camp, what a sight to see. A hangover born of bad history. We were higher than a kite on a windy night. Fish trap, moon still holding tight. When the law asked what went down, I said, sir, it was Ford versus Chevy when North lead the bread. Earl still loyal to his old V8. Camper still pantsless and contemplating fate. And I'm just Huck trying to make it rhyme with a pizza roll halo and no sense of time.
So if you ever find yourself up by Upper Fishtrap Lake and you hear laughter echoing through the pines, that's us boys debating truck brands and theology, singing to the stars and hoping the algorithm knows land is time.